मुस्कुराने की वजह तुम हो.
If you're a 90s kid who loves Bollywood, there is no way you can make a samosa without thinking of the iconic Akshay Kumar song Jab Tak Rahega Samose Mein Aloo. So when I was making the chart show, there's one thing that I bugged my whole team with is that iconic Govinda song Main To Raste Se Ja Raha Tha. Basically on this show, expect a whole lot of nonsense as my friend Ali joins me to teach me how to make samosas. Hi Ali, thank you for coming to our kitchen.
Hi Sonal, thank you for having me here. But I hate to break it to you, we're not going to be making the aloo samosas that you're thinking of.
Okay.
Instead, we're going to be making the mutton keema samosa that I grew up eating in a Bori household, especially made during the times of Ramzan.
Okay.
So let's get going. Sonal, be of some use and get me a pan, please.
Here you go.
Thank you so much. Okay, Sonal, so first we're going to start by making the filling.
Okay.
For that, we're going to heat up this pan on a medium heat and then take some oil.
And which oil have you used?
You can just use regular vegetable oil,
Okay.
right? Let that heat up for a bit. Then, once the oil is heated up, I'm going to add ginger garlic paste.
How much of that?
A tablespoon is good enough,
Okay.
right? And I'm going to cook that off with a little bit of green chili,
Okay.
right?
So you're going to put green chili and you're going to put the chili powder both.
Yes, so they've got a varying degree of heat. The green chili is more fresh, and the chili powder gives a more earthy heat to the dish.
Okay.
Right. Now to that, just to activate the chili powder and haldi, I'm going to add it in the oil.
Did you hear what he said? Activate. Only a chef can talk like that. Activate.
Yeah, because you can't add. It's very important to understand when you add spices to your curries and a lot of Indian dishes, because when you add spices to water as opposed to when you bloom them in oil, they're
Bloom them in oil.
yes, bloom them. Yes, this is what
Too
we
much.
use. Now, since our masalas have cooked a little bit and bloomed,
Yeah.
I'm going to add the mutton mince to it, and you should hear the sizzle.
I can
Alright?
hear the sizzle.
Yeah, that's all the moisture escaping. So you just break it up and make sure that it's not really chunky. So as you can see, all the water's coming out right now. That's what we need. We need like a completely dry mixture, okay? What we're going to do now is let it dry off.
Okay.
Let it cook in the water for a bit, right? And we'll season it very slightly, just a small pinch of salt.
But you've added very little salt. You also added very, very little oil. So is there a reason for that?
Right, so the mutton itself also has its own fat, which is oozing out, and you can see it will float on top in a while as well. Some people kind of tend to boil the mutton off early on, so as to like get the fat off, right? Since fat floats on water.
Right.
That's why I add a little less, because the more fat there is inside your filling, the
It'll
more the
expand.
chances are that it'll expand in the oil when you fry it off, and the samosas will burst, right?
It's a good tip, huh?
Yeah.
It's a pro tip, chef tip.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, so now you got me a pan, but you didn't get me the dhakkan.
Ready.
Okay,
Here's the dhakkan.
great, great. So now we've just turned the flame to low, and we'll let this cook for about 15-20 minutes, or it could take longer also.
So while that's sizzling, I have a question for you.
Right.
You know, since you've always worked in these amazing gourmet restaurants.
You're
in-
being too flattering right now.
But that is true because you worked in such amazing restaurants. I wanted to know, how does that kind of play off when you're cooking at home, or how does the food at home play off while you're cooking at restaurants?
I think what drove me to go and get into the fine dining space and actually work at restaurants was the nostalgic feeling of eating these things at home, right? So when I cook and when I have a restaurant of my own, I would want the food to be such that it evokes the same kind of nostalgia that it evokes for me when I eat this kind of food.
So what is the kind of nostalgia that a keema samosa evokes for you?
I think I remember my great-grandmother, not even my grandmother, but she was really famous in back in my hometown of Divlali, where we used to have like fairs and stuff, and she would have a lot of orders for these. So she would sit at home and she'd be making and wrapping these samosas, and this wrapping samosa thing would become like a whole, like all the women in the house would be sitting and helping to wrap the samosas.
So you have
And
like
she'd
an
get-
ancestral connection with samosas.
Somewhat, yes, you can say that. So Sonal, let's check on our keema now. Yeah. Can you smell that?
I can.
Yeah.
I can smell that, and I'm wondering. I wish I could get
Eat
this
it?
in soya.
So now you can see the water's completely dried off.
Yeah.
Right, and the keema started to stick to the bottom. At this point, we're just going to taste it a little bit to see if it's cooked.
Done.
Yeah, it's done. So now let's switch off the heat and transfer it to the bowl.
And then I'm gonna add all of these. Huh? Give me some work. It's my kitchen.
Fine, fine. You can be my sous chef for the day.
Okay, fine.
Right,
Sous chef.
and I will instruct you, but you have to listen to my instructions very clearly and follow them well. Okay.
Sure.
Great. To this now, we're going to add some more spices and seasonings and flavorings.
So what is this?
This is jeera powder that you're going to add.
All of it.
Yes. Now add the coriander powder, dhania powder, and half of that chaat masala.
This is again chaat masala from my show Chats of India. In case you want the recipe, you can follow the link in bio.
Now you're going to add some of the onions and add all of the mint, and then we can move on to the coriander and now some of the spring onions. Now we're going to add some lemon juice to it, about like half a teaspoon. We'll do a final seasoning with a small pinch of salt. That's it. So Sonal, now you can go ahead and mix it all up.
Is there a reason we've added so many herbs to this?
Yeah, so the mutton itself is very fatty and rich, right? So we need to cut that with herbs and a little bit of acid as well.
Okay, that's what the lemon juice.
Yes. Okay, so now we're done mixing it, right? Now we're going to do a very exciting thing, which is going to be that I'm going to smoke the mutton.
Okay, the great Bori Dungar.
Yes, exactly. Right? So I've got some coal already lit and ready over here,
Okay.
right? What I'm going to do is pour some ghee over it, and I need my silver foil at the ready.
Okay.
Just cover it up quickly. So again, we're going to let the smoke and the mutton gel along together for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yes?
Basically, it's getting infused with the smoke.
Yes, yes, yes. So, our mutton's done smoking.
So you discard the smoke away.
Right. So, Sonal, we've got our mutton keema ready, cooked, smoked, ready to be filled.
Okay.
Right? We've got our samosa patties as well. But I'm not going to teach you how to do the stuffing. That's something that you need to figure out yourself.
I have a cookbook with 500 Indian recipes, and I can manage to fill that even if you're not in this.
That is exactly why I trust you with this.
Okay, thanks. Well, nice save.
But I'll still give you vocal instructions.
Sure.
Right? So you start from this end. Okay? Yeah, take one nice spoonful. You can take a little more.
Be generous.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one wants to have an empty samosa, right? Empty people and empty samosas are the worst.
Now don't add philosophy. next you're going to start quoting Rumi. No.
Okay, now what you need to do is take this end and bring it to this corner, right? Perfect.
It's not rocket science.
Perfect. Oh, you're doing it so well.
I'm telling you, I have a cookbook. Why?
Okay, but see, there's a hole here. If there are holes there, all your keema is just going to like burst out into the oil and spoil there. Okay, we stop right there. We've got our glue made from maida and water. Right? Okay. Perfect.
It's like an art class.
Yes. And now you're just going to fold it up.
Here, I think your sous chef has done a fantastic job.
That we'll see after we put it in the oil. So we've got our oil ready over here. Make sure that you don't overcrowd the pan when you're heating up your when you're frying up your samosas, right? So how we test it is we just dip the samosa inside, and it has to have some gentle bubbling action going on over here, right? And make sure the heat is turned out to a lower temperature So the samosas are frying on lower heat right now because what we want is for them to stay crispy for longer, right? So you don't fry them on a higher heat because what happens then is when they come out, they attract moisture and go soggy by the time you eat it. So if you do it on a lower heat, it works better.
Is that not going to cook the already cooked keema even more then?
That's okay because the mutton is not going to get overcooked,
Okay.
right? So what you're trying to achieve here is just the crispy shell. That's it. So it's been about 6 minutes and samosas are almost ready.
Just look
right?
at them, not even a single breakage, not even one. Does this remind you of your great grandmom?
I prefer not to answer that, but
But this is an amazing
these are
job.
really good samosas. Yeah, you folded them really well.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can see the steam coming out. So, my sous chef for the day. Here are our samosas ready. So, let's try and see how you've done.
Okay. I think they're delicious.
I think you did a good job.
Yeah?
I will hire you.
I don't want to get hired.
अब क्या करना है?
कुछ नहीं खाओ अभी.
बस अब खाओ.
So, chef, how was your experience today?
Oh, I had an amazing experience, but I was quite surprised that Sonal, being a vegetarian, actually ate the mutton samosas. So I think I'm quite impressed by myself. So if you want to learn these spectacular recipes, please log on to India Food Network and don't forget to like and share this video. Enjoy.
So, Sonal, how did you eat these samosas?
Actually, I didn't. When Ali wasn't around, I got the back kitchen team to fold me some aloo samosas and that's what I ate. That's how I like my samosas.